Chapter 82 Acting. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Walking into Yuehua, a delicate fragrance fills the air. The screen, carved from fine boxwood, releases a subtle, woody scent. In front of it, two towering orchids, easily 10 feet tall, add their own perfume to the mix. Stepping inside feels like leaving the world's troubles behind. Beyond the screen lies a spacious hall. The floor is paved with gray, meter-square tiles, and the walls are trimmed with expensive woods. Several elegant young women stand behind a long table. On either side, a graceful wooden staircase leads upward. Bojack and Bibi Han approached the table, and Bojack addressed a tall woman. Please inform Master Yuehua that Count Bojack requests an audience. The woman nodded, glancing at Bibi Han with curiosity. They headed upstairs. Moments later, a beautiful woman appeared on the second floor, followed by the young woman from below. She appeared to be in her late 20s, graceful and lovely. Her movements were fluid, elegant, and natural, but her eyes held a depth of knowledge far beyond her years. She descended the stairs and paused before Bojack and Bibi Han. Her calm gaze momentarily faltered when she met Bibi Han's eyes. Seeing this, Bojack spoke softly, Master Yuehua. Tang Yuehua snapped out of her thoughts and asked, Count Bojack, what can I do for you? Bojack smiled obsequiously. Master Yuehua, would you grant me a private word? Tang Yuehua studied him for a moment, then nodded. She gestured towards the second floor, inviting Bojack to follow her, but she glanced back at Bibi Han as she went. Tang Yuehua shouldn't see anything, right? Bibi Han mused. In a room upstairs, Tang Yuehua said, what is it you wish to discuss, Count Bojack? Before she could finish, Bojack dropped to his knees, overcome with sorrow. Tang Yuehua was taken aback. Count Bojack, what is the meaning of this? Tears streamed down Bojack's face. Master Yuehua, I beg you, take my son under your wing. Son, Bojack continued, this boy is the result of an affair. Family conflict prevented me from bringing him home. Instead, I provided for him and his mother, ensuring their well-being, but that regular support led my wife to them, and she had them ambushed. By the time I arrived, the mother was dead, and the boy was barely alive. After his rescue, he was forever changed. The innocence and kindness were gone, replaced by a cold, ruthless nature. He had a remarkable aptitude for learning, and the family turned him into a specialized killer. He became withdrawn and distrustful. Anyone other than myself who approached him risked losing a limb. The life of a killer has completely isolated him. He's only 16. As a parent, I can't stand by and watch this happen. I want him to find a way to be a normal kid, to be innocent and romantic again, instead of remaining an emotionless weapon. Tang Yuehua listened to Bojack's story, her expression growing increasingly disgusted. When she looked at Bibi Han, she was struck by his cold, emotionless eyes. His father's impassioned plea didn't elicit a single flicker of feeling. Instead, there was disgust, even a hint of murderous intent. He really hates this guy. She realized. This guy is really putting on a show. Bibi Han thought. He looks like the world's most repentant dad. He deserves an Oscar. These nobles in the Qiando Empire are ruthless predators. Master Yuehua, I know I haven't been a good father, or even a good man. I only hope that you will take him in. I know my resources are limited, but if you accept him, I'll give you everything I have, just to give him a chance. Tang Yuehua felt a pang of sympathy for Bibi Han. His eyes reminded her of her brothers. Very well, I'll take him. The tuition remains the same. Have someone deliver it as usual. Thank you, Master Yuehua, thank you so much. Bojack kowtowed 3 times. Bojack returned to Bibi Han, adopting a paternal tone to gain his confidence. Tang Yuehua approached Bibi Han. Little one, what's your name? She asked gently. Panik, Bibi Han replied coldly. Tang Yuehua was unperturbed. All right, Panik. Go and change your clothes. A woman led Bibi Han away. After he left, Tang Yuehua returned to the 3rd floor for tea. A voice echoed in her mind, Yuehua, how much of that story do you believe? That it was a powerful contra from the Haotian sect, assigned to protect her. Tang Yuehua's safety was paramount to the Haotian sect. 2%, she replied. First, the boy doesn't resemble Bojack. Second, his eyes and aura are undeniably cold, indicative of a killer, but he is too indifferent. Even his father seems to inspire murderous intent. Bojack claims the boy attacks any family member who gets too close, yet Bojack bears no injuries himself. It's contradictory. Uncle Song, investigate whether anyone in Bojack's family has lost a limb in recent years. Karamatsu hesitated. What about your safety? Don't worry, Uncle Song. I've been here for years and haven't been harmed. Your absence shouldn't pose a problem. Even though the Haotian sect remains hidden, no one can bully us. Tang Yuehua clenched her teacup, her expression hardening. Chapter 83 Tang Yuehua #039, S Scheme. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the dressing room, Bibi Han changed into a silver student robe. Jiando royal family, prince's mansion. Renxue was enjoying a quiet moment, reading a book over a cup of tea. A knock on the door interrupted her. Snake Spear Douluo's deep, respectful voice came from the other side of the door. Young master. What is it? Renxue sounded irritated. She hated being disturbed during her leisure time. His Royal Highness the Holy Sun is here. He's currently at Yuehua. Renxue jumped to her feet, her face lighting up with excitement. Finally. It's about damn time, she muttered. I've been waiting forever. Unable to contain her eagerness, Renxue reached for the doorknob, then hesitated. No, I can't see him right now. It's too risky, she stamped her foot in frustration, disgusted by the enforced separation. Then, in a commanding tone, she said, Elder Snake Spear, monitor the Holy Sun's every move and protect him discreetly. Snake Spear Douluo hesitated. Shouldn't I be guarding your safety, young master? Gallican Douluo will be my guard. Besides, with my current strength, only a titled Douluo could protect me anyway. Go, now. As you command. The Yuehua classroom held 101 chairs, each with a harp in front of it. Boys and girls in silver robes filed in and took their seats. Tang Yuehua stood at the podium. Today, we'll be reviewing yesterday's musical scores. Everyone, begin playing. Her fingers danced over the strings, and the soft music began. Bibi Han noticed the subtle differences in the tones played by those around him. Tang Yuehua walked over to Bibi Han. Why aren't you playing with the others? She asked gently. I don't know how. Just watch them and imitate their movements. Bibi Han reached out and began to play. Tang Yuehua stood behind him, carefully observing his hands, her gaze fixed on his palms. Calluses. For a killer, he shouldn't be wielding axes and hammers. Clang. Bibi Han broke a string, the sound startled everyone, and they turned to stare at him with disdain. A snobbish student sneered, You actually broke a string? You must be some hick from the sticks. Hey, newbie, ever heard of music? Need a little help from a senior. Bibi Han's looks naturally drew women. These noble disciples were naturally unhappy and seized the chance to put him down, hoping to embarrass him. Bibi Han narrowed his eyes at the jeers. How dare these losers laugh at me, Just as his murderous intent began to surface, he remembered his mother's words. Wait, don't sink to their level. That's the real defeat. Mom always said patience is a way to control even killing intent. He took a deep breath, forcing himself to calm down. Looking at the broken string, Bibi Han thought, looks like I haven't quite mastered my strength yet. This mockery is also a good lesson. Alright, class dismissed for today. As Tang Yuehua left, her calm demeanor vanished, replaced by a serious expression. She had felt the same murderous aura as her brother Hao, fresh from the city of slaughter. The calluses on his hands, combined with that aura. Tang Yuehua was convinced, there's definitely something wrong with this ponic. Bibi Han was staying in a luxury hotel in Tiando City, courtesy of Bojack. Back in his room, Bibi Han's expression turned thoughtful. Tang Yuehua is sharp. If I'm not mistaken, she was testing me. He had been aware of Tang Yuehua's every move while he was at the piano and seen something else in her eyes. And that was just the first day. Yuehua alone won't be enough. He activated his soul guide, and a fairy herb appeared in his hand, looking through autumn dew. I was going to wait until I became a titled Douluo, but it looks like I can't. Absorbing its spiritual power now will mostly complete my control over the domain of the god of death. Night fell. The busy streets grew quiet. A full moon bathed the city in silver light, stars twinkling above. It was a night for missing someone. On the hotel rooftop, a dark figure watched Bibi Han's room. It wasn't Snake Spear Douluo, the guard sent by Qian Renxue. At that moment, Snake Spear Douluo was grumbling. The holy sun needs to be wrapped in blue silver grass to sleep, while I, Snake Spear, get to spend the night on the roof. Life in Wuhun Palace was so much easier. Usually, I'm chilling, and if my hands got itchy, I could always find another elder for a friendly spar. Now, I'm guarding the young master day and night, and tonight, he actually has me sleeping on the roof. Ugh. Enveloped in the circles of blue-silver grass, Bibi Han's eyes glowed with a blue light, refining the potent medicinal power of the autumn dew. Half an hour later, he opened his eyes. The original true eyes changed, it seemed like two blue flames were burning in his eyes. When he turned his head in the darkness, he could even see two blue flames. Finally absorbed it. Not only have my eyes evolved, but my mental power has exploded. Mentally, I should be on par with your average titled Douluo without head soul bones. I wonder what new abilities my eyes have gained. That just as Bibi Han was about to emerge from the blue-silver grass, he noticed a strange figure on the roof. The figure possessed immense soul power, and Bibi Han could perceive the flow of soul power through every meridian in their body. Why does this feel like a low-rent Byakugan? And who is that guy? His overall soul power is way higher than mine. A level 2.5 soul emperor with 66 times the soul power is comparable to a junior soul Douluo. If this guy's soul power exceeds mine by that much, is he a titled Douluo? Time to investigate. With 2 god-level martial spirits, a soul bone suit, 100,000-year soul ring, and 2 near 100,000-year soul rings, plus the 3 major domains, Bibi Han was confident in his full combat power. He wouldn't fear a run-of-the-mill titled Douluo, like Haotian or Sword Douluo. And even if this guy was stronger, he figured he could probably get away. After saying the word, Bibi Han also thought for a moment, based on his build, he can't be Haotian Douluo. Sword Bone Douluo is usually with the 7 treasures glazed sect, so that's out. And definitely not the old dragon from the blue electric Tyrannosaurus Rex clan, nor anyone from Haotian sect. Even if there was someone besides Tang Hao, I wouldn't worry about it. So, this guy probably isn't strong enough to stop me from escaping. P.S. Many readers find the eye of truth unpleasant. Can you help the author think of one? If not, the author will use the name Blue Silver Holy Eye. If there is a better one, the author will change it later. Chapter 84 Who Taught Whom? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Inside the blue-silver grass, Bibi Han activated his blue-silver domain and teleported to the roof, appearing behind Snake Spear Douluo, clad in black. Snake Spear Douluo was still fixated on Bibi Han's room, but his heightened instinct screamed danger. He channeled his soul power, whirled around, and found Bibi Han standing there. Bibi Han, taking the unknown title Douluo seriously, kept his blue-silver saint eyes active, ready to react to any attack. In the dark night, the twin blue flames burning in his eyes were piercingly bright. Who are you, and why are you spying on me? Bibi Han demanded. Snake Spear Douluo thought the Holy Sun was remarkably naive. Faced with a stranger of unknown strength, instead of responding with force or taking the initiative, he simply questioned him. As a favored subordinate and a future pillar of Spirit Hall, Snake Spear Douluo felt compelled to teach the Holy Sun a lesson about the dangers of the Soul Master world. You're indeed worthy of being Spirit Hall's Holy Sun. You managed to detect me. But now that you have, you must die. Yellow, yellow, purple, purple, black, 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 black. 9 soul rings materialized around Snake's spear, and the title Douluo's imposing aura crashed down on Bibi Han. Bibi Han, far from panicking, was actually excited. Just as I suspected, a title Douluo. Let's see how I measure up. Blue-silver domain. Blue light engulfed Snake's spear Douluo, and instantly, countless blue-silver grass vines erupted from the roof and the air, lashing out at him. Even as Bibi Han had appeared on the roof to confront Snake's spear Douluo, he had surreptitiously scattered blue-silver grass seeds, using the blue-silver domain and his soul power to unleash a swift and overwhelming attack. Golden blades of light sliced through the air, shredding the vines. The man in black retaliated with a spear thrust aimed at Bibi Han, the air itself seeming to crack under its force. Blue-silver field skill, teleport. Bibi Han vanished and reappeared higher in the air. Snake's spear Douluo easily sensed his location. Futile, he sneered. Teleportation is a useful skill, but a title Douluo's speed and power are beyond your comprehension. If I wished, a mere burst of soul power would paralyze you, or I could anticipate your next location and kill you instantly. As Snake's spear Douluo prepared to intercept Bibi Han, he felt 2 blue-silver grass vines ensnare his feet. He snapped them with a flick of his wrist. High above, Bibi Han, his ice-fire blue-silver wings spread wide, retorted, "That may be true, but who said I was teleporting to escape? Do you dare to follow me outside Heaven-Do City?" That Snake's spear Douluo was now certain he needed to teach Bibi Han a lesson, luring him away from the city. It was giving him, a title Douluo, the perfect opportunity to act without restraint and hasten his demise. He feigned a cold snort. "You have a death wish. Come on, then." Bibi Han shot towards the city's edge, Snake's spear Douluo hot on his heels. In a forest 50 miles outside Heaven-Do City, Bibi Han and Snake's spear Douluo hovered in the sky. "Heh heh heh, you should have chosen your burial ground more carefully," Snake's spear Douluo said. "That way, Spirit Hall won't investigate when I kill you." Bibi Han smiled derisively. "Such confidence. What makes you think you can act with impunity here?" That with a wave of his hand, his blue-silver divine martial soul materialized. Purple, purple, black, black, red black, red black, 6 soul rings swirling around him. Snake's spear Douluo stared at the 6 soul rings in disbelief. He couldn't comprehend how Bibi Han had achieved such a feat. Each soul ring defied convention, and the final 2 seemed older than he was. Furthermore, Bibi Han had actually reached the Soul Emperor level. He was only 14 years old. Was he seeing things? Bibi Han's 6th soul ring flared. 6th soul skill, blue-silver blood rain. Vines of blue-silver grass erupted from the ground, forming a massive cage around Bibi Han and Snake's spear Douluo. Blood-red flowers bloomed on the cage, dripping blood rain from the vines. Each drop radiated a potent aura of corrosive life. The forest floor beneath the cage began to rot and decay, and smoke rose from Snake's spear Douluo's body. "Damn, that's corrosive. What kind of twisted trick is this?" Snake's spear Douluo quickly erected a soul power barrier around his body, attempting to shatter the cage and escape Bibi Han's domain. "Heh heh heh, don't expect to leave once you've entered. This is your grave. Teleport." After a series of teleports, Bibi Han materialized in front of Snake's spear Douluo. He extended his left hand, and the clear sky hammer appeared, encircled by a scarlet soul ring. A 10,000-year soul ring. Snake's spear Douluo's eyes widened in utter disbelief. Gripping the hammer with both hands, Bibi Han swung with tremendous force. Bang! Snake's spear Douluo reacted just in time, bracing himself with his snake spear. Beneath his black robes, Snake's spear Douluo's face flushed crimson. "What incredible strength!" Bibi Han grinned. "Did you think that's all I had?" Before he could finish, a surge of purple electricity coursed through Snake's spear Douluo's body via the clear sky hammer and the snake spear, causing him to stagger. "Damn, it's paralyzing." Snake's spear Douluo struggled to regain his balance and quickly retreated. "Thunder Domain, Killing God Domain, activate." BB Han's two major domains fully unleashed, Snake Spear Douluo found himself enveloped in a maelstrom of bloody murderous intent and violent purple lightning. The Killing God domain sapped 10% of his strength, and the Thunder domain added another 20% physical paralysis. Realization dawned on Snake Spear Douluo's face. This holy son was no pushover. A Soul Emperor wielding such powerful domains, why didn't he have any? His third soul ring blazed. Third soul skill, 9 thunder slashes, 0.9 dense golden blades of light converged, forming a deadly web. Their speed was staggering, requiring a direct confrontation even from someone of equal power. BB Han could have teleported away, but he didn't. What was the point of fighting if he avoided every blow? Focusing his gaze, he tossed the clear sky hammer above his head. The blue and silver wings of ice and fire flared, unleashing 2 beams of light that shattered 2 of the light blades. He then folded his wings tight and dove through the remaining gap, slipping through the net of 7 blades. Snake Spear Douluo's eyes widened in disbelief. He could do that? This holy son had no fear of death. If BB Han knew what Snake Spear Douluo was thinking, he would have scoffed. Surviving the gauntlet of the Killing City had taught him a thing or two about facing overwhelming odds. With a flick of his wrist, the clear sky hammer returned to his hand. Soul bone armor surged across his arms, amplifying his strength. With a mighty swing, he hammered Snake Spear Douluo out of the sky. Snake Spear Douluo crashed into the ground, creating a small crater. Suddenly, a colossal snake erupted from beneath BB Han's feet, lunging at him. BB Han activated the blue-silver domain, and the blue-silver grass seeds around the giant snake exploded from the ground, ensnaring it. Then Snake Spear Douluo burst from the snake's mouth, spear aimed directly at him. The clear sky hammer and the snake spear collided again, spewing arcs of purple and golden lightning. 6th soul skill, thunderous explosion and crushing kill. Split shadow 9 slashes, thunder explosion crushing kill. Those names sounded familiar. Giant snake, spear. Wait a minute. Wasn't this Snake Spear Douluo from Spirit Hall? Based on what had happened earlier, Xiaogang must have sent him to protect me. For some reason, this guy decided to teach me a lesson. In that case, let's find out who's teaching whom. Snake Spear Douluo charged, snarling, dare to lose focus while fighting me. Don't think you can be arrogant just because you have the upper hand. BB Han chuckled and teleported behind Snake Spear Douluo. The 10,000-year soul ring flared, and the clear sky hammer turned blood red. First soul skill, 1000 gene hammer. Not good. Sensing the terrifying momentum and crushing pressure of the clear sky hammer, Snake Spear Douluo frantically tried to evade, but BB Han, with his teleportation ability, was too fast. The snake spear and the clear sky hammer collided with a deafening crash. The immense force caused Snake Spear Douluo to cough up blood, and his hands cracked. BB Han, on the other hand, remained unscathed, though his blood and energy were slightly disrupted. What's wrong? If that's all you've got, you'll be begging for mercy before the day's done. Enraged, Snake Spear Douluo ignited his true power. His 7th soul ring flared. 7th soul skill, martial soul true form. The snake spear in his hand transformed into a 2-headed giant serpent. Soaring into the sky, it spewed a stream of black venom towards BB Han. Thanks to the blue-silver divine body and the tempering of 2 immortal herbs, BB Han was virtually immune to all poisons in Douluo. He could withstand the poison head-on, but it would be disgusting. P.S. The blue-silver divine body grants BB Han exceptional vitality, automatically removes harmful substances, and provides remarkable regenerative capabilities. It doesn't provide any other strength bonuses. Chapter 85 Defeat Snake Spear Douluo. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The evolutionary capabilities of blue-silver domain are comprehensive. This ability was originally only attainable at the Soul Saint level, but he gained it directly after consuming 2 fairy herbs. Instantly, countless blue-silver graspy pupae swarmed out, isolating the venom and completely ensnaring the massive snake. Feigning shock, he said, I didn't expect your martial spirit's true form could transform into a beast type, but my blue-silver grass is perfect for catching creatures like you. Hiss. The blue-purple 2-headed snake shifted again, becoming a streak of golden light that shattered the blue-silver grass's hold. The golden light then reformed into a massive spear, lunging at Bibi Han. Bibi Han swiftly dodged, the golden spear piercing the ground and leaving a gaping hole. Just then, a colossal figure materialized, Snake Spear Douluo's avatar, formed from soul power, clutching a spear. He declared, against overwhelming power, all your tricks are meaningless. This is the end, Bibi Han. Hearing this, Bibi Han frowned, then smirked. Heh, you think you've got me? Think again. Immediately, Bibi Han's soul power surged, and the clear sky hammer above him radiated a brilliant golden light. The once cloudless night transformed into a sky thick with storm clouds, and thunder boomed. Combined with the killing god domain, an immense aura exploded from Bibi Han. Enveloped in golden light, Bibi Han and the clear sky divine hammer merged into one. The clear sky hammer's handle extended to 30 feet, and the hammerhead swelled to the size of a small hill. The true form of the clear sky divine hammer weighed over 13,000 pounds. Impossible. A martial spirit avatar. Snake Spear Douluo stammered, dumbfounded to see Bibi Han also wielding a martial spirit avatar. Heh, why is it impossible? Once your soul power reaches the soul saint level, you can manifest your martial spirit avatar. Take this. Sensing the clear sky hammer's overwhelming power as it swung down, Snake Spear Douluo panicked. He'd assumed that using his martial spirit avatar would be enough to defeat the Holy Sun. He never imagined the Holy Sun could also unleash his own, an even more powerful martial spirit avatar. His god-level martial spirit was useless. It was futile to even hope to gain an advantage in a fight, and now it was even worse. The difference in martial spirit levels was too vast. There was no dodging such a massive snake spear. No, I have to give it everything I've got, or I'll be seriously injured, and the news will get back to Spirit Hall. Snake Spear, will be humiliated. Ninth Soul Skill, Thunderous Annihilation. First Soul Ring, Heavy Hammer, Boom, the massive explosion shattered the cage of blue-silver grass. The force of the blast alerted every powerful figure in the Heaven Do Empire. Sword Douluo of the Seven Treasure Glazed Tile Sect glanced in that direction, a flicker of worry in his eyes. Could a battle at the title Douluo level affect the Seven Treasure Glazed Tile Sect? I have to investigate. He mounted his 7-kill sword and soared into the sky, reminding Bone Douluo to remain vigilant and protect the sect before he left. The Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon Sect and Yu Engine on True Dragon Mountain were also alerted. 2 title Douluo clashing at this hour. After a moment's hesitation, he decided, no. He's just a regular title Douluo. What if this is a Spirit Hall plot to lure me out so they can launch a sneak attack on our Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family? Qian Renxue, resting in the prince's mansion in Heaven Do City, also bolted upright, switching on the light and calling out, Grey Fish. Dolphin Douluo, stationed outside the door, replied respectfully, Young Master. What's happening? It appears title Douluo are battling outside Heaven Do City. One of the auras seems to be Snake Spear Douluo's. What? Is Xiaogang in danger? Take me to the battlefield, now. Qian Renxue, already dressed, threw open the door and was instantly engulfed by her angel form. She spread her wings, ready to fly to the battle with Dolphin Douluo, but Gallican Douluo blocked her path. Young Master, no, Qian Renxue said coldly, out of my way. If you won't come, I'll go alone. Dolphin Douluo argued earnestly, Young Master, such a commotion must have alerted the title Douluo from the Seven Treasure Glazed Tile Sect and the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon Sect. I fear that your presence, a person believed to be dead by Wuhun Palace, will only heighten the suspicion of the last 3 sects and the Heaven Do Empire towards our Spirit Hall. This could jeopardize the future soul hunt launched by His Majesty the Pope, and it could lead the Heaven Do Empire to investigate and discover the prince's mansion, ruining years of your hard work in a single day. His words cooled Qian Renshue's fury. After a moment of internal struggle, she hesitated. On one side lay her mother's and grandfather's plans, on the other was Bibi Han's safety. Both were paramount, but Bibi Han's life was more important. Even if all the plans fell apart, she would choose Bibi Han's safety above all else. Recognizing Qian Renshue's inner turmoil, Dolphin Douluo pressed his advantage. Young master, you and the Holy Sun are exceptionally talented. If you were to intervene, it would undoubtedly attract the attention of the two major sections. Their killing intent would surge. At that point, even with your subordinates and Snake Spear, we may not be able to protect you both. If you were both killed, it would truly be the end. What? Qian Renxue clenched her fists, fueled by frustration at her powerlessness. Sensing Qian Renshue's wavering, Agatha seized the moment and cried, "Young master, I will rush to the battlefield immediately. If His Highness the Holy Sun is in danger, I will risk my life to protect him. Please, young master, remain here." After careful consideration, Qian Renxue closed her eyes and said, "Elder Agatha, depart immediately, and ensure the Holy Sun suffers no harm." "As you command." Donning a black robe, Galileo Douluo sped off. Back in her room, Qian Renxue slumped weakly into a chair. Images of their shared moments played in her mind, and tears streamed silently down her face. She whispered, "Xiaogang, nothing can happen to you." The scene returned to the battlefield, where Snake Spear had been driven back by the Clear Sky Hammer's assault. Using your martial spirit avatar to directly clash with the Clear Sky Hammer is the dumbest thing you could do. Let's end this now. The 10,000-year soul ring blazed again. First soul skill, Bloodthirsty Hammer, that the Clear Sky Hammer's power surged by 300%, and the purple lightning crackling around it intensified. The hammer struck. After the impact, Snake Spear Douluo coughed up blood, his arms nearly numb. The sudden spike in power and the paralyzing effect terrified him. I can't win this. If I don't reveal my identity, I'll be beaten to death. Seeing the Clear Sky Hammer rise again, Snake Spear Douluo screamed, Holy Sun, I'm Snake Spear, Elder of Spirit Hall." "Stop. This is all a misunderstanding." That the Clear Sky Hammer didn't slow, continuing its descent. Snake Spear Douluo's eyes widened in horror. It's over, it's over. The Holy Sun doesn't believe me. I, Snake Spear, won't die on the battlefield, but at the hands of my own people. How tragic. When the Clear Sky Hammer was barely 3 feet from Snake Spear, it halted. Bibi Han's voice echoed, "Are you truly an Elder of Spirit Hall?" Relief flooded Snake Spear Douluo. He quickly retreated from the Clear Sky Hammer's range, deactivated his martial spirit avatar, and produced his token. "Holy Sun, here's my token. I'm definitely an Elder of Spirit Hall." Bibi Han glanced at him, scrutinizing his expression, because he realized the hammer had continued its attack because of the influence of the murderous aura. He hadn't fully mastered the God of Death domain yet, but thankfully, he'd regained control at the last moment. Dismissing his martial spirit avatar, Bibi Han felt a pang of exhaustion but masked it. Suspended in the air, Bibi Han calmly asked, "Tell me, why were you planning to attack me?" Snake Spear Douluo looked deeply embarrassed and explained his reasoning. Hearing Snake Spear Douluo's explanation, Bibi Han was speechless. This guy had intervened because he didn't know the enemy's strength. He'd been worried about Bibi Han becoming too reckless and planned to teach him a lesson. He muttered, "Looks like I'm the one who got the lesson in the end." Snake Spear Douluo looked even more humiliated at that. Just then, Bibi Han's gaze snapped toward Heavendo City. He sensed a massive force hurtling toward their location at incredible speed. P.S. Thanks to book friend, Shuang Fengxue, for a monthly pass. Chapter 86, a title without a title. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The guy with the piercing blue eyes took one look and knew the other dude's soul power was way higher than Snake Spear Douluo's. Plus, he was riding a freakin' flying sword. Flying sword. Sword Douluo's here. What? Sword Douluo. Snake Spear freaked out instantly. Sword Douluo was a super tough level 96 veteran Douluo with that 7-killing sword spirit, making him incredibly powerful. Snake Spear was only at level 91, so he knew he had to haul ass. "Your Highness, we gotta bounce outta here," Bibi Han said quietly. "We can't. At our speed, we'd never outrun him." "What?" Hearing that, Snake Spear totally panicked. He never thought trying to rough up some nobody would turn into a life-or-death situation for both him and the Holy Sun. If something happened to the Holy Sun because of this, he, Snake Spear, would be toast, the ultimate screw-up of Spirit Hall. Your Highness, you gotta get outta here ASAP. I'll use every last ounce of strength to hold him off. Seeing the look of sheer desperation on Snake Spear's face, Bibi Han was deeply touched. Spirit Hall was lucky to have soldiers like him. Basically, aside from that bummed-out Jew Douluo later on, none of the Spirit Hall elders ever turned traitor in the original story. That's how awesome the organization and teamwork of Spirit Hall was. Even though his mom bit the dust in the original story because of that Rakshasa god, things are different this time around. He was here now, he'd brought back his mom's good side, and that beef between his mom and Xiaogang was squashed. Spirit Hall was gonna unite this world, no doubt about it. He wasn't gonna let the Tang family turn this place into their personal playground. Elder Snake Spear, no need for any of that. We can totally slip away right under Sword Douluo's nose. Snake Spear was flabbergasted. Then, Sword Douluo showed up in a flash of sword light, looking all badass. He frowned when he saw the mess that Bibi Han and Snake Spear Douluo had made. Never seen either of these guys before. Who are they? And what force are they from? That he mentally scanned the area, but came up empty. Sword Douluo had no clue the dude causing all the trouble was practically right under his nose. In a thick part of the forest about 150 meters away, Bibi Han and Snake Spear Douluo were hidden by blue-silver vines, using the blue-silver field to mask their energy. With those two things working in their favor, Sword Douluo wouldn't spot them unless he tripped over them. Sword Douluo kept using his mental power to look for signs, while Bibi Han and Snake Spear Douluo quietly watched him in the sky. Bibi Han was thinking, he really is Sword Douluo, one of my all-time favorite characters in Douluo back in the day. That attitude and look are top-notch. Too bad we're enemies now. After a while, Sword Douluo gave up after finding nothing and flew off. Once they were sure Sword Douluo was gone, Bibi Han dropped the disguise and said to Snake Spear Douluo, "Did Renxue send you?" Snake Spear cupped his hands. "This is His Highness the Holy Sun. The young master was worried about your safety and sent me to protect you." "Well, starting today, you don't need to protect me anymore." Snake Spear's face fell a little, figuring the Holy Sun didn't think he was strong enough. Then Bibi Han said, "Spirit Hall has already decided to secretly send 2 titled Douluos to protect me. You can head back to Xiaogang now." Ever since Ghost Douluo brought the fairy grass back to Spirit Hall, the young generation, the Elders Group, and the Enshrinement Group had all gotten a major power-up, and any suspicions about Bibi Han had vanished. Xian Daolu even ordered 2 titled Douluos to secretly guard Bibi Han, giving him the same treatment as Renxue. Snake Spear's frown disappeared, and he respectfully answered, "As you command." After this whole thing, Snake Spear thought Bibi Han was just as important as, or maybe even more important than, the young master. Bibi Han's strength had totally blown him away. I mean, he was just a Soul Emperor now, but it was crazy to think how powerful he'd be when he actually became a titled Douluo. Had anyone ever seen a Soul Emperor with a 10,000-year-old soul ring and 2 9,000-year-old ones? Or a Soul Emperor with 3 realms? Or a Soul Emperor who could use the true form of his weapon soul all by himself? Or a Soul Emperor who could beat a titled Douluo? When they split up, Bibi Han hesitated but didn't give Snake Spear the immortal herbs he had for Renxue. Not that he didn't trust him, but he wanted to give them to her personally. He couldn't see Nar to give her the herbs because of the distance, but Renxue was in Heaven Do City, so he had to see her. On the way back to the prince's mansion, Snake Spear Douluo ran into Array Douluo. Array Douluo asked quickly, "Xilong, what's going on? Why were you fighting someone?" That Xilong waved his hand. "Don't even ask. It's embarrassing. Why are you out here?" "The young master sent me because he was worried about the Holy Sun." "What? The young master's worried too? Oh man, this is bad. I got my butt kicked, and now I'm gonna get punished again." "You got beat up," Xilong grimaced. "Don't remind me. Let's go see the young master. Back at the prince's mansion, Snake Spear Douluo told Renxue everything. How he wanted to teach Bibi Han a lesson but got his butt kicked instead, then Sword Douluo showed up. He also mentioned Bibi Han's insane soul ring setup, the 3 realms, and his crazy fighting skills and strength. And the fact that Spirit Hall sent 2 titled Douluos to protect him. Basically, he said the Holy Sun was the bomb. Snake Spear Douluo exaggerated the story to try and lessen his punishment. Array Douluo was totally shocked. He couldn't believe the Soul Emperor had a 10,000-year soul ring and beat a titled Douluo. It blew his mind. Snake Spear Douluo got down on one knee and said solemnly, "Young master, I swear everything I said is true. Please punish me." Renxue's cold, majestic voice came from the room. "Elder Snake Spear, your intentions were good, but you still put the Holy Sun in danger. So, your salary and training resources from Spirit Hall will be cut in half for 5 years. Any objections?" "None, young master." Hearing that, Snake Spear Douluo sighed in relief. "Just some resources, that was not too bad. You're dismissed." "Understood." After Snake Spear and Array Douluo left, Renxue couldn't hold it in anymore. She put her hand on her cheek and laughed, looking super happy. "I didn't know Xiaogang was so strong. A 10,000-year soul ring? Only Mom, Grandpa, and Grandpa Golden Crocodile have those in Spirit Hall. And 3 realms, plus his soul powers at level 66, which is only 2 levels below me. I used to be able to beat him in training and strength, but now I can't even compare in those areas. I'm never gonna win in the future." Thinking about her time with Bibi Han, she realized he'd always bossed her around. She covered her red lips and blushed. "I gotta train harder so he doesn't get too far ahead." Back at the hotel, Bibi Han sat on the bed, thinking. Strength-wise, if I have the soul bone armor, should be able to handle or even beat average titled Douluos with weak equipment. But if I ran into a sword Douluo, I'd be in trouble. He sighed. Snake Spear Douluo is loyal, but he's not strong enough. In the original story, his soul power was only level 92 when they went to capture souls. It took him 20 years to level up protecting Xiaoshue. That's super slow. Guess it's 'cause he couldn't train seriously. They had to be by Renxue's side, go to all those fancy parties, and do other stuff, so they couldn't train as much. Looks like when I see Xiaoshue, I gotta bring them something. Chapter 87. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yuehua, a striking young man with blue hair and a silver robe, stood at the podium. He closed his eyes, his fingers dancing across the strings, creating music that flowed through the room. Bibi Han played his harp quietly, a reflection of the serenity he felt inside. A month had passed. During the day, Bibi Han immersed himself in music at Yuehua, and at night, he returned to his hotel, honing his soul skills inspired by Huo Wushuang's one-horned fire Tyrannosaurus. After practice, he'd read, go to bed on time, and occasionally visit the hot springs. This month, Bibi Han retreated into his own world, letting the murderous aura within him finally dissipate. The noblewomen in the audience watched Bibi Han like he was a snack. After showcasing his musical talent, he'd been flooded with invitations from them, but he turned them all down. The song ended. Tang Yuehua announced, "Let's welcome Princess Shrek to our school." A cute girl in a silver palace dress walked into the classroom. Applause erupted, and some of the young noblemen's eyes were glued to Shrek, practically burning holes in her. Shrek glanced at Bibi Han, her cheeks flushed, but he only gave her a passing look before turning his attention to the elegant young man at the door. It was Renxue, Renxue, the current crown prince of the Tiando Empire. They exchanged a look, a silent acknowledgement after being apart for so long. Then Renxue said, "Shueka, study hard. Big brother will pick you up later." Shueka looked back at Bibi Han and said, "I understand, brother." "Alright, classmate Bonnik, please return to your seat." After a day of classes, Tang Yuehua approached Bibi Han. Bibi Han looked at her, a question in his eyes. "Is something wrong, Teacher Tang?" Tang Yuehua replied, "His Royal Highness the Crown Prince would like to see you." His Highness the Crown Prince? Bibi Han feigned hesitation. Then, very well, please lead the way, Teacher Tang. On the way, Tang Yuehua asked gently, Poke, have you considered living at Yuehua? Why, Teacher Tang? Because your hotel is quite far, and your piano skills have improved dramatically in just 1 month. You have an exceptional talent for music. I'd like to pass on everything I've learned to you. When I retire, you'll be the master of Yuehua. Bibi Han paused, a strange glint in his eyes. Okay, Teacher Tang. In a room on the second floor of Yuehua, Xue Qinghe was fussing over Shrek, playing the role of a doting brother. Your Highness, Tang Yuehua said with a slight bow. Xue Qinghe returned the gesture quickly. Aunt Yuehua, please, this is too much, Xue chimed in playfully, brother, Aunt Yuehua. The teacher isn't old at all, she's more like my sister. Tang Yuehua smiled. You're sweet, but you need to focus on your studies. Don't cause any trouble. Xueka pouted. No way, I'll be an angel. Xue Qinghe chuckled, then he turned his attention to Bibi Han. You must be Bonik, Bojack's son, right? He asked in a gentle voice that immediately put people at ease. Bibi Han frowned and replied coldly, that's right. Asterisk gotta play the part, asterisk he thought, for both of them. Xue Qinghe continued, his eyes shining. I know a little about your story. I didn't expect your piano skills to reach such a level after only a month here. I believe that in time, you'll make great contributions to the Qiando Empire. Your Highness, I'm not that capable. Ponik, you're being modest. I'm a few years older than you. Call me Brother Xue, if you don't mind. Bibi Han frowned slightly, noticing the amusement in Renxue's eyes. Asterisk what the hell. She wants me to call her brother because she can't call herself sister while playing Xue Qinghe. The nerve, helpless, Bibi Han said, Brother Xue. Renxue smiled in satisfaction, and they shook hands. Sister, you and Teacher Yuehua go out for a bit. I want to discuss something with Ponik. Okay, big brother, be nice, Xue said, looking pointedly at Bibi Han. Xueka, I'll take you to do something fun. The door closed. Once Tang Yuehua was gone, Bibi Han dropped the act and sprawled in a chair, as if he were at home, looking at Renxue, whose smile hadn't faded. He snapped, Xiaoxue, had enough of a laugh. At this, Renxue stopped pretending, and a golden light enveloped her. When it faded, Xue Qinghe's androgynous form shifted into the figure of a voluptuous woman. Her skin was as white as snow, and she smelled of innocence. With Renxue unmasked, the room seemed brighter. She appeared to be in her early 20s, with long blonde hair, a straight nose, slightly narrow eyes, and a hint of majesty. Her face and overall presence were like a goddess, sacred and untouchable. At 23, Renxue radiated youth. Only Naer could rival her beauty. The two sat and stared at each other. Xiaoxue, Bibi Han said softly, long time no see. Renxue's face turned cold, her eyes hardening. Bibi Han was taken aback. What's wrong? Did someone upset my Xiaoxue? Renxue bristled. She pinched a handful of flesh around Bibi Han's waist and twisted it 180 degrees. It's you, you jerk. She hissed. You finally show up after all this time, then you ran off to a hellhole like Killing City without a word. Do you have any idea how worried I was when I heard about it from Mom? Bibi Han winced in pain. Seeing the tears welling up in Renxue's eyes, he quickly apologized. Pain be damned. Renxue twisted harder, releasing her pent-up frustration, then leaned against Bibi Han's shoulder. The sudden change of emotions caught Bibi Han off guard. When did we get so close? Renxue said sadly, Xiaohan, am I useless? I'm as talented as you, a little older, and yet, my cultivation is only a little better than yours. I can't even beat you. Seeing her disappointment, Bibi Han comforted her. No, Xiaoxue, if you weren't busy with the Qiando Empire's plan, your cultivation would be at the Contra level. You could easily defeat me. Besides, you're working to reduce war for the people, which is its own kind of badassery. Sniffing the fragrance of Renxue's hair, he added, Xiaoshue, I have a gift for you. Renxue looked up. What is it? Bibi Han pulled out 2 immortal herbs, the bright paradise grass and the golden sun grass. Fairy herbs. Renxue's photographic memory was just as good as his, she knew them from her studies. Seeing these 2, the angelic martial spirit within her stirred with desire. Xiaoshue, these are the fairy herbs I picked for you. One will enhance your light attribute, and the other your fire attribute. I think it might even boost the angel martial soul's fire attribute to the ultimate fire. Okay, so that's why Nar's strength suddenly increased. It's because of the immortal herbs. And you were planning on giving them to me. Renxue struck Bibi Han's waist again. Bibi Han grabbed her hand and explained. Xiaoshue, because of the god of death domain and a few other things, I wanted to be a perfect person when I was ready to offer this to you face to face, hence why I'm giving it to you now. Don't be angry. Seeing Bibi Han's pleading expression, Renxue smiled. Okay, I was just teasing you. I already knew. I just wanted to hear you say it. Bibi Han retaliated with a playful pinch of her nose, then, more seriously, he said, Xiaoshue, be careful. When you absorb the golden sun grass to enhance the fire attribute, your clothes might burn off. Make sure nobody's around when you take it. Renxue's cheeks flushed, and she said in shock, if you were beside me when I was taking it, wouldn't that be a perfect chance to take advantage of me? Hearing her boldness, Bibi Han thought, Renxue really knows how to push the envelope sometimes. He took her by the shoulders, looking her in the eyes. That's because we haven't made things official yet. Let me say something, Renxue, you're mine, Bibi Han's, do you hear me? Hearing this, Renxue threw her arms around him, nodding. Xiaohan, I'm so glad I met you. Because of Bibi Han, Renxue shed her cold-blooded, profit-driven demeanor, a result of her loveless upbringing. Her lonely life now had color, and she received her mother's love, which filled the void in her heart. Now, Renxue had a father's love, a mother's love, friends, and a lover she could trust. She wanted for nothing. Bibi Han patted her back. Xiaoshue, I also have herbs prepared for Elder Snake Spear and Elder Ailanthus. They're not as rare as immortal herbs, but still very precious. Oh, I'll give them to them later. Bibi Han's face turned serious. Xiaoshue, there's something I need to tell you. Renxue perked up. What is it? Keep a close eye on the 4th prince, Shuebeng. He's not really the spoiled brat he appears to be, he's faking it. Or maybe he's acting in his true colors. Faking? Impossible. A degenerate who spends his days shopping? He's got to be the real deal. Xiaoshue, aren't you even a little surprised that Xuexing, a notorious playboy, stands by him, as well as some court ministers? Renxue's eyes narrowed. That snake, Shuebeng. He'll do anything to survive. It seems this guy has a big plan. Bibi Han smiled, and tapped the bridge of Renxue's nose. Xiaoshue, you have another weakness, being overly confident. Because of this, you were unable to discover that guy's trick. If not, with your intelligence, you would have realized this a long time ago. Renxue bristled. I was originally going to spare his life. But he's too dumb to live, then die he shall. The two couldn't care less about the penalty Xueqinghe would face for killing Shuebeng. After Shuebeng's death, Xueqinghe was the Xue family's only son. Even if Emperor Shui knew, what could he do? It's getting late. I should switch back before Tang Yuehua gets suspicious. Renxue put the mask back on. Chapter 88 The Haotian School Strikes. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Poke, come hang out at my place sometime. Definitely. Tang Yuehua, standing nearby, smiled as she watched their budding friendship. Then, she reminded, Shueka, don't forget class tomorrow. Be on time. Got it, Teacher Tang. After Xue Qinghe and Xue Ku left, Bibi Han inquired, Teacher Tang, where will I be staying? Tang Yuehua pointed, the room on the 3rd floor. Great, I'll head back to the hotel to grab my things. Back at the hotel, Bibi Han called out, Elder Demon Bear, Elder Ghost Leopard. 2 men in black materialized beside him, bowing their heads. What are your orders, Your Highness? I suspect Tang Yuehua knows who I really am. Letting me stay at Yuexian might be a trap to lure out Haotian sect disciples. Stay sharp these next few days. Hearing this, Ghost Leopard Douluo, his voice dripping with malice, suggested, Want me to take out Tang Yuehua, Holy Son? No, we'll use her as bait to reel in the Haotian sect. I'm dying to get my hands on those Haotian 9 arts. Bibi Han's lips curled into a sly grin. Tang Yuehua, you think you're playing me? Well, 2 can play at that game, acting all high and mighty, but couldn't even bother to acknowledge me when I blew off the prince. You really think this Yuexian act is gonna work on me, Star? Meanwhile, on the 5th floor of Yuexian, Tang Yuehua's private sanctuary, she was writing a letter, a pure black carrier pigeon perched beside her, brother, Star. Bibi Han, the holy son of the spirit hall, has taken up residence at Yuexian. I sensed a dark, murderous presence about him. If I'm not mistaken, he's conquered the city of slaughter. We can't let someone like that live. He's a ticking time bomb for the Haotian sect, Star. The Tang Yuehua penning the letter was a far cry from her usual refined self. Every stroke pulsed with barely suppressed rage. She stroked the black pigeon. Go, Jiaoer. Get this to my brother. 300 miles east of Tiando City, nestled among the mountains of the Tiando Empire, lay the Haotian sect. A man, towering at over 6.5 feet, stood tall, his back broad and his waist strong, his face chiseled like a statue, framed by short gray hair. Dressed in simple gray clothes, he was clearly the heart of this fortress. This was Xiaotian Douluo, one of Haotian's twin stars. He was currently guiding the Haotian sect disciples in their training, his hands clasped behind his back. A sharp cry grabbed his attention. He instinctively raised his arm, and the black eagle landed on it. He removed the letter. A message from Yuehua. After reading it, Tang Zhao's entire demeanor shifted. He became a volcano about to erupt. He said gravely, Tang Long, summon the elders. Meeting, now. Yes, sect master. In the Haotian sect's conference room, 6 chairs flanked a stone table. Tang Xiao occupied the head seat. Moments later, 5 white-haired elders filed in. Though aged, their steps were firm and their presence formidable. Elders, please, have a seat. The second elder, the oldest and most respected among them, inquired, Sect Master, why this emergency meeting? Tang Xiao laid Tang Yuehua's letter on the table and asked each elder to read it. Once they'd all had their turn, the 7th elder, known for his fiery temper, slammed his hand on the table. Humph. Those spirit hall bastards dare to waltz around on our turf. Using Yuehua's name to hide their evil intentions to achieve the dominion. They're really out of line, the 2nd elder repeated, Sect Master, should we? He made a cutting motion across his throat. Tang Xiao hesitated. We don't know the full extent of the Spirit Hall Holy Son's power, but their saint is truly terrifying. She hit Soul King at just 12 years old. Even Hao didn't have that kind of talent. If she is so terrifying, then we must eliminate the Holy Son to avoid disaster. But if we move, Yuehua's Yuexian is toast. And it'll only make our lives harder. At this, Tang Xiao sighed. Since the Haotian sect went into hiding, Tang Yuehua had been providing for their basic needs. As for the villagers outside, aside from serving as lookouts, they were just there to brew wine. Elders, let's vote. The 7th elder exploded again. Damn it. If the Spirit Hall hadn't forced us into this backwater, we wouldn't have to sweat something like killing a genius. I'm in favor. The Spirit Hall killed my son, who had the potential to become a titled Douluo. We should do the same to their heir. In the end, the vote was 3 in favor, 2 against, and 1 abstention, sealing the decision. It'll happen in 3 days. When Yuehua is out getting supplies, we'll send extra outer disciples to buy as much as they can. Our lives are going to get tougher, so everyone needs to be ready. One elder asked, Master, what level are you at now? Still at level 95. I should break through to level 96 in a few years. A wave of excitement rippled across the elders' faces. Good. Once the sect leader reaches level 96, we won't need to fear the spirit hall anymore. The Haotian sect will rise again, and these dark days will finally be over. Their minds were stuck in the past, when Tang Hao, fresh off his titled Douluo breakthrough, had hammered the spirit hall pope into oblivion. They believed that once the sect leader passed level 96, only Qian Douluo in the spirit hall would be a concern. But Qian Douluo wouldn't dare set foot on Haotian sect territory, thanks to a pact made by his ancestor. If the spirit hall heard this, they'd be laughing their heads off. Ignorance is bliss, indeed. If these guys knew that there were already 3 individuals in the spirit hall capable of dismantling the Haotian sect single-handedly, who knows how they'd react. The spirit hall Holy Sun will have titled Douluo protection. This time, we'll send 2 elders to make sure nothing goes wrong. All right. The 7th elder leaped to his feet, stretching his limbs. Count me in, then. I just broke through to titled Douluo not long ago. Good. We'll send Lao Qi and Lao Wu, along with some Haotian sect disciples. Back in Tiando City, at Yuehua, it was materials collection day for Tang Yuehua. Yuehua was closed for the day. Bibi Han was playing the piano in Yuehua. Music drifted out, a figure materialized. Your Highness. What's the situation, Elder Ghost Leopard? Just as you suspected, Tang Yuehua is collecting more supplies than usual. Bibi Han's eyes narrowed. Ha ha ha. As expected, the Haotian sect, those bullies, are planning to eliminate me, their future enemy. His voice was laced with disdain, and that disdain carried an edge of killing intent. Ghost Leopard Douluo winced inwardly. Asterisk if those old geezers from the Haotian sect knew that His Highness was actually a descendant of their own, and a uniquely gifted innate level 20, twin god-level spirit master. Because of their constant infighting, he's completely sided with the spirit hall. I wonder if they'd die of apoplexy. Elder Guibao, alert the spirit hall and have them protect the civilians around Yuehua. This conflict is between the spirit hall and the Haotian sect, not them. They'll still be citizens of the spirit hall one day. As you wish. Chapter 89 People's Energy. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At night, Yuehua, Bibi Han put on pajamas and went to sleep early as usual. Outside Yuehua, several figures in black crept closer, their bodies completely covered. One of them silently flew onto the roof. The figure extended a hand, and a small, fiery red hammer slowly expanded. Once fully formed, the figure's aura exploded, revealing 9 soul rings, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 5 black. The spirit hall's holy sun is dead. The one who killed you is Haotian sect's Liang Douluo. With that, a massive, fiery red Haotian hammer crashed down, obliterating Yuehua. Old Qi, is it done? Tang Liang proudly declared from above, of course, 5th brother. When your 7th brother takes action, that Bibi Han will be turned into mincemeat. Just then, a burst of applause rang out. The Haotian sect members turned to see a striking man with blue hair, wearing a white nightgown and slippers, standing not far away. His eyes were wide, as if he had just woken up. It wasn't Bibi Han. Bibi Han yawned, rubbing his eyes. I didn't expect the Haotian sect to value this holy sun so highly, actually sending 2 titled Douluo elders to assassinate me. I'm truly honored. Tang Liang's face burned. He'd just boasted about the other's demise, only to find him standing there, unscathed. Tang Liang raged, little bastard, I didn't expect you to escape. Bibi Han smirked. If I couldn't dodge an attack from a newly minted titled Douluo with failing eyesight and even worse intelligence, I wouldn't deserve to be called the Holy Sun, now would I? You wanna die? Tang Liang was beyond furious. The failing eyesight comment might have flown over his head, but the intelligence dig was clear as day. 7th, come on. We can't let this kid get away. Another elder summoned his clear sky hammer spirit, also displaying 9 soul rings, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 5 black. The 2 of them charged at Bibi Han, facing the 2 titled Douluo. Bibi Han remained calm, a playful look on his face. For elders, let's go. Instantly, 4 titled Douluo figures appeared behind Bibi Han, snake spear, a jetigu, demonic bear, and ghost leopard. Each was surrounded by 9 soul rings, 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 5 black, and they rushed forward, 2 against 1 turned into a chaotic free-for-all. The entire Yuehua was battered by fierce winds, sending sand and debris flying. The remaining half of the building collapsed completely. The Haotian sect disciples who had been standing nearby scattered, knowing that getting caught in the crossfire of a titled Douluo battle was no joke. Bibi Han, however, remained unfazed, the shockwave seemingly having no effect on him. Snake Spear scoffed, "Ha ha ha, Haotian sect, you guys are shameless. You're all ancient and still ganging up on a teenager. What did you say?" Old 7. The 5th elder, more composed, replied coldly, "What about us? What about your spirit hall? All you do is bully the weak with numbers." Bibi Han and the 4 elders grinned. If Bibi Han had read the original book at first, he wouldn't have laughed at all even if he had not been affected by Tang San's halo as the protagonist. He also hates Wuhun because he bullies those who are more than others, but the more he understands, the more he will understand how ridiculous this sentence is. Demon Bear Douluo chuckled. "Yeah, we outnumber you, but why don't you ask yourselves why the Haotian sect can't do the same when facing our spirit hall?" The 2 Haotian sect elders had no reply, fully aware of the reason. Haotian sect, once the world's top sect, had thousands of disciples. Yet, for centuries, only a handful managed to become titled Douluo. And those who did had one thing in common: they were members of the main family. The big families, except for the Qibao glazed sect, would never allow an outsider to reach titled Douluo. If someone did, they wouldn't live long enough to enjoy it. The spirit hall didn't have that problem. They weren't stingy with resources for talented disciples, letting them go as far as their abilities allowed. The only limit was reaching the position of Pope or Great Worshipper, reserved for those absolutely loyal to the angel god. After all, thousands of people would never do anything to the angel statue. Thousands of families are absolutely loyal to the god of angels. Of course, if you were an absolute genius, you could also become the Pope's man. The 6 titled Douluo clashed again, the terrifying power shaking Tiando City. Some curious residents in the distance climbed onto their roofs. Good heavens! 9 soul rings. Titled Douluo. There are 6 titled Douluo fighting. Just then, the Spirit Hall's guard knights arrived, led by Salas, the Spirit Hall master. Citizens of Tiando City, remain calm. The Spirit Hall elders are apprehending suspects. Please evacuate the area immediately. A Tiando City resident asked in a trembling voice, "Lord Salas, are these titled Douluo evil soul masters?" Salas shook his head. "No, they're from the hidden Haotian sect. Because our Spirit Hall's holy son is monstrously talented and has dealt with many evil soul masters, the selfish little gang from Haotian sect feared his future power and attempted to assassinate him before he reached his full potential. That's why this battle is happening. The Temple Guard Knights came to help evacuate the people at the Holy Son's request." What? Haotian sect is trying to kill the Holy Son who protects us. If Haotian sect is defeated, the Spirit Hall will win. Defeat Haotian sect, Spirit Hall will win. Defeat Haotian sect, Spirit Hall will win. Seeing this scene, Salas smirked. The Holy Son was truly remarkable. While the masses had no power, they were experts at spreading the word. And what a load of crap, this is actually the truth, okay? Thank you for your support, but the safety of the people is our top priority. Please evacuate immediately. The commotion had certainly drawn the attention of the Tiando royal family, Qian Renxue, Ning Fengji, Chen Xian, Douluo, and others were present. Shui sat on the dragon throne and asked in a commanding voice, "What's happening?" No one could answer, only that titled Douluo were fighting. "Report, Your Majesty, the investigation is complete. 2 titled Douluo from Haotian sect and 4 from Spirit Hall are battling near Yuehua. The reason appears to be an assassination attempt on the Spirit Hall's holy son by the Haotian sect elders. Most nearby residents have been evacuated, but a small number are still affected." Hearing that 6 titled Douluo were fighting, the royal nobles panicked. They were of noble birth, not powerful soul masters. If those 6 turned on the Qiando royal family, things would go south fast. Yuehua wasn't far from the palace. After all, Emperor Shui was losing his composure. Hadn't Qiando city been quiet lately? First, there was a mysterious titled Douluo battling outside the city, and now 6 were fighting within it. When Ning Fengji of the Qibao glazed sect heard that the Haotian sect had attacked the Spirit Hall, his first thought was to help. This guy who is jumping up and down all day long has been working on some bullshit. The 3 sects are connected with the same spirit. It seemed that the 7 treasures glazed sect was not the first one to be murderous after discovering Tang San's identity, but it wasn't simple. The Spirit Hall was in charge, claiming they were merely retaliating against an assassination attempt. If the Qibao glazed sect intervened, they'd be branded as unjust and might even invite an invasion by the Spirit Hall army. Chapter 90 ending, 4,500 words. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Uncle Song. X2. The man addressed as Uncle Song didn't acknowledge the 2 younger Haotian sect disciples. He calmly asked Bibi Han, "You knew I was here all along?" Bibi Han replied, "Of course. In my domain, your contra-level strength is no match." She didn't mention one thing: even if you were Tang Chen, the moment you pulled out the clear sky hammer near me, I'd find you. That's the power of martial soul induction, a one-way signal from a god-level clear sky hammer. The only way to hide it from me is if you're wielding a clear sky hammer of equal power, or if you've achieved godhood. As she spoke, Bibi Han unleashed her soul power. A Contra's strength alone wouldn't be enough to overcome her domain. 6 soul rings circled Bibi Han, 2 purple, 2 black, 2 red and black. Karamatsu's eyes narrowed. The other 2 Haotian sect disciples were stunned. They finally understood why they'd been effortlessly defeated without Bibi Han even needing to use her martial soul. How powerful must a body be to handle soul rings like that? Then, 3 bursts of blood appeared. The blood came from another Haotian sect disciple. 3 blue-silver grass vines pierced his chest. Even as he died, the man stared in disbelief at Bibi Han's soul rings. Bibi Han had spared Tang Hao for the sake of the simple-minded Tang Tian, but that didn't mean he'd let the other one go. Tang Hao's eyes turned bloodshot as he cried out, "Tang Feng." Hearing this, Bibi Han glanced at the corpse. "So, your name was Tang Feng. And you lived up to it." Then, he looked mockingly at the old man before him. "Seems Tang Feng's death didn't faze you much." Karamatsu coldly replied, "They knew the risks when they came here. That soul ring is worthy of the Spirit Hall's holy son. I didn't expect the blue-silver grass spirit to be so powerful." Bibi Han scoffed, "Come on, it's just a little better than your Haotian sect's broken hammer. Insult the clear sky hammer again, and you die." 7th soul skill, martial soul avatar. Karamatsu's 7th soul ring lit up. Clearly, he wasn't going to waste time and planned to go all out. Bibi Han said dismissively, "A mere Contra thinks he can kill me? You think you're Tang Hao?" Blue-silver domain, 2nd soul skill, blue-silver shield. Boosted by 295,000-year soul rings and various overleveled soul rings, the blue-silver domain stretched 1,500 meters in all directions. Even the 6 titled Douluo fighting in the distance were within its reach. Bibi Han slammed his fist into the ground, unleashing a surge of soul power. Hundreds of strands of blue-silver grass transformed into massive shields, rising from the ground. Each shield varied in thickness and height. From above, the blue-silver grass shields resembled the petals of a snow lotus, with the Haotian sect elder trapped in its center. The stunning sight momentarily halted the battle between the 6 titled Douluo. The Haotian sect elder looked around in confusion at the rising blue-silver grass shields. "What's going on?" Snake Spear Douluo yelled, "Sir! Holy Sun! It's the Holy Sun! He's created these shields to give us an advantage. Time to finish this." Hearing this, the four titled Douluo exchanged glances, and their seventh soul rings illuminated. Seventh soul skill, Snake Spear Avatar. Snake Spear Douluo. Snake Spear martial soul transformed into a massive, two-headed serpent, slithering across the shields and spitting venom. Seventh soul skill, Ghost Leopard Avatar. Ghost Leopard Douluo also unleashed his martial soul avatar, becoming a 2-meter-long leopard covered in purple fur. Moving on all fours, its claws were razor-sharp. As a titled Douluo specializing in agility and attack, his smaller size allowed him to easily leap across the shields. In this terrain, Ghost Leopard's combat effectiveness had increased by 30%. Demon Bear flew into the air, transforming into a giant earth demon bear. This terrain wasn't ideal for him, but he could swat down any Haotian sect elder who dared to fly too high. Agonist Douluo became a giant dark red pufferfish, spraying poisonous stingers from the sky for support. The venom of the snake spear, the attacks of the ghost leopard, and the stingers of the agonist were making the Haotian sect elders miserable. They tried to fly upwards, but Demon Bear Douluo would slam them back down with a massive paw. The two Haotian sect elders were at a distinct disadvantage. Normally, the martial soul avatars of the four spirit hall titled Douluo wouldn't be enough to completely overwhelm the two Haotian sect titled Douluo. They could use the Haotian avatar and possibly even fight back with the advantage of superior martial souls, but trying to use the Haotian avatar in this kind of terrain would be a disaster. It wouldn't help, it would hurt. Imagine hitting someone with the Clear Sky Hammer's avatar and having the head or handle strike something. If it was the hammer head, fine. But if it was the handle, you'd be in a situation where you might as well give me a fulcrum and I'll pry away the Haotian sect elder. Not only would that cause the Clear Sky sect elders to suffer a severe counterattack, the more serious consequence would be that the Clear Sky hammer would escape from his hands. Once that happened, he'd be lucky to escape with his life. Archimedes tells us that when fighting in the Soul Master world, the brain is very important. Tang Liang, covered in bloodstains, screamed, "Why? Why are these shields made of blue silver grass? Why doesn't my flame work? Haha, can you even imagine the Holy Sun's power? This is your grave." On the other side, Bibi Han gasped for breath after using his move. It had consumed 80% of his soul power, but he still laughed at the Haotian sect elder's predicament. The effect is really good. Time to talk to Snow Lotus from the elder of Haotian sect. Unlike the Haotian sect elder's Snow Lotus, the blue-silver grass here forms a hollow, open-topped column. Karamatsu looked around in confusion at the circular blue-silver grass wall that surrounded him. Hundreds of meters high, the circular shield reduced the battlefield from infinite to a 50-meter diameter circle. The weapon soul's true form, nearly 100 meters in size, smashed against the wall above and behind Bibi Han with all its might, creating a large hole. Tang Song was slightly surprised. Pretty tough. Then, the Clear Sky hammer returned to its normal size. Tang Song said disdainfully, "I thought that this trick would be enough to seal my weapon soul's true form. With my contra strength, killing you would be as easy as squashing an ant." Hearing this, Bibi Han replied in an even more dismissive tone, "Did you misunderstand something? As if you're worth using it on. I used this move not for you, but because I don't want others to know that my martial soul. The soul power I've got left is more than enough to kill you." With those words, a scarlet soul ring appeared, and Bibi Han's naturally approachable aura shifted into one of boundless dominance. The Clear Sky hammer in Tang Song's hand trembled, as if a child who hadn't done his homework had been called to the principal's office. Bibi Han reached out his left hand. A flash of golden light, followed by purple lightning, and a large hammer appeared in his hand. Tang Song exclaimed, "Twin martial souls. 100,000-year soul rings. The pattern on that hammer, it's a Clear Sky hammer. If you own the Clear Sky hammer, then you should be from our Clear Sky sect. Why should you side with the Spirit Hall?" Bibi Han's deep voice echoed, "Enough noise. Haotian sect deserves it. Do you even know what you're saying? What you're doing? Perfectly clear." 7 soul bones appeared on Bibi Han's body, transforming into golden armor, surging with purple lightning, soul bone armor. The god of killing domain. Thunder domain, open. An overwhelming force swept through Tang Song, so powerful that he felt like he was facing the Clear Sky sect's second strongest elder. How is this possible? Sensing the boundless murderous intent and Bibi Han's unmatched dominance, Karamatsu began to feel fear. Stepping forward through the bloody aura of death, Bibi Han said murderously, "What's wrong? Where's your arrogance? Didn't you want to squash me like an ant? Why are you afraid? You should feel honored. This is the first time I've worn this to kill someone." Tang Song stared at Bibi Han, who seemed possessed by the god of death, and stammered, "No. You have the Clear Sky Hammer. You can't kill me. You're betraying your ancestors." Yes, Tang Song was truly terrified. He wasn't like the two younger Haotian sect disciples, hardened by a life of hardship, surviving on meager rations in freezing temperatures. Death held no fear for them, but Karamatsu enjoyed the good life in Yuehua. He ate well, drank well, slept well. He admired the beautiful faces and figures of noble young ladies. He indulged in perfume-filled dressing rooms and even had intimate relationships with some of the more available girls. Life was good. After more than a decade of this, his willpower had eroded. Karamatsu's backbone was long gone. He wasn't ready to leave this wonderful world. Bibi Han casually waved his hand, and Tang Song's right hand, clutching the Clear Sky Hammer, was instantly reduced to bloody mist. Vines of blue-silver grass emerged from the roots of the tree, binding Tang Song and draining his soul power. "You're unworthy to be my ancestor if you bully your master and destroy your ancestors. Don't kill me. Please, don't kill me." Karamatsu begged for mercy. "Didn't you say you were prepared to die when you came here? Why are you begging for your life now? Don't kill me, please. I have the Clear Sky Hammer too." Seeing Karamatsu with tears streaming down his face and snot running from his nose, Bibi Han looked disgusted. How could such a cowardly, greedy waste inherit the Clear Sky Hammer martial soul? Even the younger disciples were far better. Despite their outward obedience, he decided not to drain any more of Tang Song's soul power and said coldly, "Die." Haotian Jiujue, Ling Tian strikes. With the strike, rocks flew in all directions, and Karamatsu's body was obliterated. All that was left was some flesh, foam, and blood. Bibi Han removed his soul bone armor and retrieved the Clear Sky Hammer, teleporting to Tang Hu's side. Tang Hu was still cradling Tang Feng's body, weeping. A cold voice cut through his grief. "Have you cried enough?" Tang Hu looked up, his eyes filled with hatred for Bibi Han. "If you've cried enough, go back to Haotian sect. You won't kill me." Bibi Han used his blue-silver holy pupils to examine Tang Hu's meridians, then kicked him in the chest. Tang Hu gasped as a mouthful of blood spurted from his mouth, his chest aching with pain. Then, a wave of comfort washed over him, and his body felt partially restored. Bibi Han's kick had infused Tang Hu's body with the healing power of the blue-silver god, mending some of his injuries but also severing his meridians. In the future, Tang Hu's cultivation would continue at the same rate, but his path forward was blocked. He would never reach the Soul Sage realm. Bibi Han said disdainfully, "You're not worthy of dying by my hand. Become stronger, then I'll kill you." He didn't bother to see if Tang Hu believed him. He simply spread his ice-fire blue-silver wings and flew towards the battlefield. Most of the hundreds of shields Bibi Han had created had been destroyed, and the Haotian sect elders were covered in blood. "Old 7, hold on a little longer. The demon bear has struck us several times, which means that place is no longer well defended. As long as we break out, we still have a way to survive." From the sky, a cold voice echoed, "The only way to survive is that you are old, so you might as well die here." The two elders looked up. Bibi Han hovered in the night sky, his 4 pairs of wings spread wide, one pair burning with icy blue flames, the other with red. "What are you doing here? What did you do to Karamatsu and the others?" Bibi Han chuckled, "Karamatsu and the others wanted to kill me, yet I'm still standing here. What do you think happened to them? Impossible. Karamatsu is a soul Douluo, and you're just a soul emperor. How could you kill him?" The fifth elder of the Haotian sect looked incredulous. Snake Spear Douluo cursed inwardly. Lord Holy Sun nearly killed me, so what can a mere contra do? Although my snake spear got the herb from Lord Saint Sun and reached level 92, I still don't think I can defeat Saint Sun. As for why, it is of course the strong man's intuition. The seventh elder shouted, don't listen to him, fifth brother. The spirit hall must have used some dirty trick. Bibi Han narrowed his eyes. You want to gang up on me? Then let's do it. Another shield rose to fill the missing sections, and Bibi Han's soul power, which had recovered to 6 levels, dropped back down to 2. Elders, go all out. 9th soul skill, Thunder Destruction. 8th soul skill, Thousand Claws of Ghost Shadow. 9th soul skill, Demonic Bear's Skysplitting Claw. 9th soul skill, Agouti. 7th soul skill, Martial Soul Avatar. The 2 Clear Sky sect elders quickly summoned their weapon soul avatars, trying to use the Clear Sky hammer as a shield, but suddenly, 8 blue-silver grass vines appeared, seizing the biceps of the 2 Clear Sky sect elders, preventing them from exerting their full strength and momentarily twisting the Clear Sky hammer. The 4 attacks slammed into them. The Haotian sect elder roared, damn it. X2. Boom. 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 When the smoke cleared, the Haotian sect elders were in terrible condition, their bodies mangled. The 5th elder's arm was gone. Gasping for breath, the 5th elder suddenly said, 7th brother, there's a way. Let's go. I'll cover the retreat. Point 1 area had been breached during the last attack. 5th brother, if you want to die, we'll die together. Shut up and go. That's an order. Hearing this, the 7th elder flew towards the breach, tears streaming down his face. Ghost Leopard Elder, don't let him escape. Bibi Han tried to use Blue Silver God to stop Tang Liang, but his soul power was too low. Not going to happen. The 5th elder quickly flew up, swinging his hammer with his remaining hand to block the way. His efforts were in vain. He was immediately surrounded by the 4 tidal Douluo, who batted him back and forth like a rubber ball, but he bought Tang Liang some time to escape. You spirit hall bastards. If I die, I'll take you with me. The 5th elder's body began to swell and glow red. He's going to self-destruct. Everyone, run. The power of self-destruction, especially a tidal Douluo's, was terrifying. Unless the strength of the 2 sides is almost the same, the other side will not be able to kill or seal the other's soul power before the other side self-destructs. Damn it, too late. Bibi Han used his last reserves of soul power to lift the remaining shields and his soul bone armor, shielding the explosion. Boom, a massive mushroom cloud erupted. The 10 shields Bibi Han used to shield the attack were all shattered. The 4 pairs of blue-silver wings merged together, forming shields in front of him. The devastating power tore through 10 shields, and even the blue-silver wings were destroyed, and the power impacted Bibi Han. Bibi Han was thrown backward, but fortunately the force of the explosion had been partially deflected, and the aftermath was blocked by the soul bone armor. But Bibi Han still sustained serious internal injuries. The shattered wings were equivalent to several broken ribs. The 4 elders were only slightly injured. After all, if self-destructions of the same level could kill them and prevent them from running away, who would dare to fight for life and death? And with that, the battle ended. Chapter 91 The Storm of the Younger Generation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The explosion rocked the Tiendo royal family to its core. Even from miles away, the massive mushroom cloud was visible. Shui, clearly shaken, asked, what the heck was that? Why so powerful? Sword Douluo said grimly, that kind of power, even with Feng Ji's help, I couldn't pull that off. There's only one explanation. Dugubo and Sword Douluo spoke in unison. Self-destruction. Ning Fengji was incredulous. Impossible. The fight barely lasted an hour. Tidal Douluo battles usually drag on for days. Tidal Douluo had massive soul power, so day and night battles were the norm. Sword Douluo and Bone Douluo often reminisced about drawn-out fights. Sword Douluo sighed, Feng Ji, let's head over there. Old Poison, where are you? Poison Douluo replied, I'll stay here and protect His Majesty. Sword Douluo, who usually looked down on Douluo, simply took Ning Fengji and flew toward the battlefield on his sword. Xueqing has said, Father, please return to the palace and rest. All right, I'll leave it to the Emperor. Avalanche was useless. The guard said he was still passed out by the fence. Once Xueyi was gone, Douluo asked, Young master, what now? Douluo knew Xueqing's true identity after making that cursed oath. He was shocked to learn the heir to the spirit hall was impersonating the crown prince of the Tiando Empire. Renxue said sharply, those old fogies from the Clear Sky School aren't strong enough to force our spirit hall elders to self-destruct. Then she asked, how's your granddaughter? Douluo was embarrassed. He hadn't been able to convince Douluo to leave Yuetianheng. Renxue read his expression, never mind, we'll table that for now. Renxue pulled out 4 bloody ginseng roots from her soul storage device. Here are 4 blood ginseng plants. Give them to Prince Xuexing and Shuebang. Make sure they eat them. A hint of menace laced Renxue's tone. If Douluo failed again, she wouldn't hesitate to get rid of him. Renxue had ordered Shuebang's assassination 2 days ago when Bibi Dong told her Shuebang was faking being a slacker. But Douluo had intervened, saving him at the last second. Douluo claimed he was repaying Prince Xuexing for saving him. Bibi Dong was furious, ranting, what favor? 10 years ago, you were just a sole Douluo. How could you survive an assassination by 2 titled Douluo? If Chrysanthemum Douluo hadn't taken pity on you, would you have survived when you were already heavily poisoned? Douluo was mortified, his brain must have been addled by poison. A poisoned soul Douluo escaping an assassination by one of the fastest titled Douluo? Absurd. Afterward, Xueyi summoned Renxue. The emperor told her not to harm Shuebang, but Shuebang, terrified, started staying out all night, so, Bibi Dong suggested using blood ginseng, less than 10,000 years old, to drain Shuebang and Prince Xuexing's vitality, claiming it was a health supplement. 10,000-year-old blood ginseng was a treasure. But anything less than that was poison, forcing rapid growth. It would squeeze their potential until they could no longer improve. Worse, it would double their rate of vitality loss. 2 plants would quadruple it. For every second they lived, Avalanche and Snow Star Prince would lose 4. As you command, young master. On the battlefield, Bibi Dong stood weakly, pale-faced, her back bloodied from her shattered ice and fire blue silver wings. The 4 elders returned, looking ashamed. They were supposed to protect her, but she was gravely injured while they only suffered minor scrapes. They knelt. We failed to protect you. Punish us, your highness. Bibi Dong glanced at them and sighed. Rise. Lend me your soul power. Snake Spear, search the blast site. There should be 2 soul bones left. As ordered. Bibi Dong didn't blame them. She wouldn't risk her life to save anyone else either. She placed a hand on an elder's shoulder, absorbing his soul power. Blue-silver grass wrapped around the other 2 to absorb their power. In 20 seconds, her soul power had recovered by 60%, her 4th soul ring lit up. 4th soul skill, blue-silver holy dew. After a few drops of golden nectar, Bibi Dong's injuries eased, and her face flushed. She used blue-silver holy light to heal their skin wounds. Snake Spear Douluo returned with the 5th elder's soul bones, both over 10,000 years old. The 4 elders eyed the bones greedily, but their performance had been dismal. They knew they wouldn't get them. Bibi Dong said, Elders, it's time to leave. Ghost Leopard grabbed Bibi Dong, and the 3 elders flew away. Soon, Sword Douluo brought Ning Fengji to the battlefield. Yuehua, once a scenic paradise, was now a ruin. The ground was cratered, and the air reeked of Snake Spear Douluo and Porpoise Douluo's venom. Fengji, I sense 2 familiar auras. They're the ones from the fight outside the city. But they're much stronger this time. It wasn't a real fight then, but sparring. They must both be Spirit Hall's titled Douluo. Ning Fengji sighed, his voice heavy. 5 titled Douluo. Spirit Hall sent 5 to protect the Holy Sun. The person who self-destructed must be a titled Douluo from the Clear Sky School. Those 5, plus Chrysanthemum and Ghost Douluo and Pope Bibi Dong, that's 8. Are there more titled Douluo in Spirit Hall? Spirit Hall's ambitions are terrifying. The mainland's future is bleak. Sword Douluo's face darkened. He didn't know about other titled Douluo, but he knew of an extremely powerful one. Even his father, Chen Jianjun, who reached level 98, was helpless against that man. Ning Fengji changed his tone. The most important thing is preparing for the upcoming Continental Advanced Soul Master Academy Elite Tournament. Spirit Hall is offering 5 soul bones as prizes. They must be confident they'll win. How's Rongrong doing? Sword Douluo asked. Ning Fengji smiled, proud of Ning Rongrong, the 9 treasure glazed pagoda. She broke through level 39. She should reach the soul sect soon. The other Shrek students are talented. They should all reach the soul sect before the tournament. Sword Douluo laughed. An all-soul sect team. They might stand a chance against Spirit Hall. Ning Fengji nodded. Spirit Hall's saints and saintesses are formidable, but we have to believe in them, right? Even if they lose, they're young. The future belongs to them. P.S. Thanks to book friend, Yulong, for the 2 monthly passes. 2 monthly passes from book friend, smiley face, warm reminder, dear readers, go to bed early and don't stay up late.